Okay, Space Detectives, this is Joe from Art Alien TV. A real quick one for you here today. I've got this Gigapan here. This is Sol 936 from the Perseverance rover. I've been working on this for almost 2 weeks now. This Gigapan is absolutely driving me mental. There's so many images in it. It's like 185 images, and they really don't match up very well. And it's really difficult to get them to actually stitch together. But I've got most of them here. And by the time you see this, hopefully there'll be another version of this up, which will be more complete than this one. And what we have here is a rather innocuous looking formation here. These look interesting here, very angular rocks here. And then here in the middle, we have this thing. Now, I actually spotted this straight away. I didn't think much of it until last night, when I took a clip of this and then flipped it round and then flipped it to negative, right? Now I'll show you this with the magnifier first, and then I'll show you the clips I've taken. Here's the actual object. We have this kind of angular rock here sticking out. And behind it, we have this long slab, what seems to be a slab, with this strange like part to it here, with like an arm here, just here, with a head sticking out. Now, I thought, yeah, maybe this is just a rock with some crazy erosion on it. We do see that a lot. The wind does a lot of erosion and scallops the rocks and shapes them over thousands and thousands of years. But this one, I don't think is just a normal rock, because I did initially, right? But let me show you the clips I've got. Now, this is a straight clip of it, raw, okay? I'll go full screen. And then I'll flick through these and show you what I mean. Now, when you get up close, you think, hang on a minute, that looks like an arm just there. And this looks like a head sticking out. And these look like shoulders here. And this might be another arm here, at the top. Okay? Now, when I flipped it over, I thought, well, hang on a minute. This is insane. All right? Look at it now. We've got an arm coming down with a hand on the end. We've got another arm here, just kind of split off there. What looks like a body here, and a head sticking up at the top. This is the shadow here, this dark line here is shadow. And when you go in, you can actually see, if you look really carefully here, you can see two eyes, a nose and a mouth and a chin and like a little ear sticking out. Now this is a basic enhancement, right? I've color corrected it and brightened it and added a bit of contrast, and the shadow's gone darker, but what that does, it outlines it for us. We can see the detail of this arm here, just here, with a hand on the end. And we can also start to see some of the detail here, but not that great, right? Now, these pictures are overexposed. Now, when you're dealing with overexposed images, it's often a good trick, once you've enhanced it, to flip it to negative. I do this a lot with moon images. It works really well because the moon's very bright, much like this sand in Jezero. It's very, very bright. And also, for some reason, they use a yellow filter on the images, which makes everything go yellow, and actually makes your eyes hurt after a while when you stare at them, right? But here's the actual meme I've done. Now, what I've got here is the raw clip in the middle. This is a clip from the raw image, right? We have that enhancement I just showed you on the right. And on the left here, I have a negative of this enhanced clip, all right? So I've got this enhanced clip here on the right, flipped it to negative and put it on the left. And it seems to be a fallen or toppled statue of a woman, right? There's the woman's head there. You can see those details, right? When you flip it to negative, you can see the nose, you can see the chin, you can see the ear sticking out, you can see the eyes. They're not very clear. This is quite a long way off. This is a good 100 yards away, 50 to 100 yards away from the level of zoom, but in matter of fact, it's probably a lot further than that away from the rover. Right, so it could be 200 yards away. So if you look carefully on the left here, we have a head with facial detail with an ear sticking out. We have a neck. We have shoulder coming down with an arm angled slightly with a hand on the end. We have the other arm broken off here. We have a chest, a large chest, a waist coming in here, and a hip. And it seems to be kind of carved onto this kind of column or long sort of slab or block that we have here, right? Which is this bit, right? Now, let me flick through these for you. Here's the further back clip. You can see those angled rocks here on the right, and you can see the thing here in the middle. This is a long way off from the rover. So it's actually quite large, I would say. It's probably life size. A bit closer, highlighted, close up. This is the one I used in that meme. Flipped round, enhanced. You can start to see these details come out, like the arm and the head and face detail here, when you add the contrast in, right? Look at the negative. Now this is a darker negative, but in the darker one here, you can actually see the shape even better because it highlights the shape here of the body. And you can see further down that this is kind of carved into a column, right? This is a column here, and this thing's carved on the end of it, and it's toppled over. So this was probably standing up. Now initially I thought it looked a bit like one of those maidens you would get on the front of a ship. The ancient Greeks used to have it on their triremes. They used to have a carved woman, like a goddess, on the front of the bow of the battleship, right? A bit like on Jason and the Argonauts, that old film, where they have the goddess carved in wood on the front. But I don't think it's that because it's too straight. If that was the case, this would be kind of angled, probably. But who knows? Who knows? It looks like a column that's fallen over. And there are lots in this area. When you start looking around, you're going to see loads of these long, straight slabs on the ground. They're all over the place. Some of them are really angled as well. The angles look too good. And a lot of the blocks and columns look way too straight to be natural, occurring, random rocks. But that was cool. Let me zoom in a bit and show you the face. There's the face. You can see the eyes, the nose, the little mouth, little ear sticking out there, a neck. This is a chest here, waist here, broken arm here, the other arm coming down here. Initially, I thought it was facing the other way, and this was the back kind of hunch, but I actually think this is a woman, a large-chested woman, a depiction of possibly a goddess, possibly an important person on Mars, perhaps a queen, perhaps a princess, I don't know. Something like that, maybe. Who knows, for sure. Here it is, the actual column in negative round the right way. This is how it looks. You can see how straight this is, this thing. And you can even see the facial detail this way round. When you look at it, you can see those facial details. I haven't added those in, right? There it is, just an enhanced clip. And you can see the chin, and you can see that arm, and the other broken one here, possible broken one there, right? So there we are. We have what seems to be a female intact statue, almost intact statue, carved onto a column that's toppled over and is lying right in the middle of this Gigapan from Sol 936. Absolutely insane. Now let's have a quick look at the Gigapan. This is incomplete, obviously. There it is, just there. You've got these angled rocks here. There's loads of crazy stuff in here. I've only just begun looking at this because I've been spending so much time working on it. There's some interestingly sort of scalloped and wind-eroded rocks in the area like this one, which is nicely curved out here. But there's these weird sort of mounds all over the place, right? Up on the hillside here, it's this mound. They're all over the place, these mounds. So there's rows of them here at the back. These weird mounds sticking up. And I don't think these are just natural piles of rocks that have just randomly formed. I think these are probably burial mounds and structures that are buried in sand and dust. As I've shown before, Jezero is absolutely packed with ruins, but most of it is buried in sand. And occasionally some of it we see unburied, like this possible column statue of a woman right here, okay? So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll put some clips of this coming up in a second. I'll also put some clips in of some of the previous statues I found. There's animals, there's people. A lot of them are broken, but some of them are relatively intact, like this one. Some of them are very small, some of them are quite large. There's warriors with helmets. There's one with a shield. There are countless sort of carved heads on the ground I've shown. I'll show a few of those. But we rarely see one with arms and head and shoulders intact like this. This is actually quite astonishing, I think. And yeah, I found it way back on the 14th, and I've been working on the Gigapans since then. That's how long it's taken. Absolutely insane. So thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Please share on social media. YouTube hates my channel, so if you share my video links on the social media, it will get seen and it will really help me. Okay? So thanks for watching. I will see you soon.